What up, YouTube? Coming at you again from sunny Queensland out here on Froggy's farm. Hope you're all having a good week so far. I know I bloody well am. Now, I know I said my next video I was going to be building the engine mount for the Harley Cruiser over there, but things have been a bit busy around here and I haven't had time and I've got other things to do. So, bonus video, I'm going to do an oil change on my car today. Yeah, I know, it's boring, it's routine. Everybody knows how to do an oil change, except for those who don't. It's something to do, and you can come along for the adventure and the swearing and shit that inevitably ends up happening when I do any work on my own car. So that'll be fun. First up is a quick drive to Kingaroy. So here we are back in my yard again. I've got the oil, I've got the filters, I'm ready to do me crap. There's my mobile camera stand over there. His name is Person, just call him Person. Let me show you what tools you're going to need to do this job for starters. First thing you want is something to dump your oil into. Probably should buy a new one, but I'm not because money. You also need a big shifter for undoing your drain plug and doing it back up again. Oil filter puller, I've got two. I've got a big one and a little one. Not sure which one I'll need yet, probably the big one because, you know, SUV and whatnot. And an optional thing is a set of service ramps just to get your nose up in the air so you don't have to climb around in the mud so hard. But I shall hand my camera off to my mobile tripod over there. Person, it's your turn. All right, my mobile tripod has the camera. Thanks again, Person. Got me cold brew. Let's roll. What you want to do is make sure they're touching on both wheels and as straight as you can get them to your track. There we go, good and straight. Next tip is, when you start your car up, do it from out here, because the whole sitting in your seat thing is just unnecessary, you know. Don't forget your cold brew. It's important. And you want to make sure you hang your head as far out the fucking window as you can, I'll tell you. That'll do it. Turn the engine off because fan belts and fingers don't mix real well. Yeah, I don't think I'll need that one, but it's over there if I do. It's over there somewhere if I do. First thing, we're going to pop the bonnet so I can get some more light under there to see what I'm doing. And then we're going to drop this sump plug and drain all the old oil first. Because these things hold a lot of oil and I don't particularly feel like wearing it when I take the oil filter off. Up as he goes. 7.7 litres of oil in this thing. And make sure you do your rack and spanner up nice and tight. Otherwise you will strip these things, and then make sure you're turning it the right fucking way. Unlike I was just about to do. Or tell me this is one of the ones I'm going to actually have to get a socket on. 16 mil it is. This one looks a bit fucking hashed too. Like she's been thwacked on a few times. Oh, Jesus Christ, I tell you. Here's a trick for you guys. If you got a stiff nut, you get yourself another ringy spanner like this. You put him through there, and you just double the amount of leverage you got on that sucker, and then you can... Oh, there we go. And then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you drop this bolt into your oil pan 100% of the time. Because then you get to play a fun game of where the fuck did my bolt go later. And watch it, because this oil will be red fucking hot. Because let's see if I can do it without dropping me nothing. I think. No, it's not going to happen. It's going to go in it. Yep, told you. Every single time. Engine leaning backwards down the hill. Your sump plug is at a lower point, so you'll be able to drain your oil a little better. Depends on your car and your engine configuration and how it's built and whether your manufacturer likes people or not, because some of them just don't. All right, next trick is, where did that filter puller go? Yes, yes. Because these are a fun bit of thing. You see, when you pull the handle, they squeeze themselves in nice and tight. So you got to make sure you get it the right way for starters. And then you got to locate your oil filter, which in these things is right the fuck up here above your steering rod arm here. It's never fun to get into on these things. But these have got a handy dandy little flippy down handle, so you can give yourself a bit more room. We're going to sucker up in there. Grip and lift and twist. There we go. Got it a crack. That's all you really need. Once you get it to move, you can just undo them by hand normally. Now again, this is going to be very fucking hot, and it's probably going to dribble a shit ton of oil all over me. Hot motherfucker. And motherfuck. Maybe I should have some workshop gloves. It's been on my list of things to buy myself for a long time. There it goes. Bloop, 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 bloop. There it goes. Try and catch some of that. Or just spill more. That works too. Ow! Fuck, that's hot. 7 litres. 8 litres. That's all the oil we need. So I got a bit of Mosey here. Bit of friction reducer. Oh, that's the wrong fucking filter. Right, now I'm back from the part shop with the actual right filter. We can go ahead and try this again, shall we? Now that we've got the right oil filter, I hope. So as I was saying, fresh clean oil, not the secondhand stuff out of your pan, because that could have bits of metal in it from your bloody pins or whatever, you know. Bits of stuff off your fucking valve train, bits of gunk and slime and sludge from God knows what's been bouncing around and getting sucked in your intake and God knows, you know. There we go, now I got it. You turn in by hand until you feel it snug up. You're probably not recording much up there, person. You see how I'm not using the filter puller to tighten my filter up? I do it by hand until it's just firm. You don't want to over tighten these things. There we go. I think that's about it. And the next step, here's a fun next step. Clean the fucking nasty old grease and shit off your brand new spanners. Alright, next step is to play. Find your bolt. There she is. Blow some and or all of this shit off my hands. You want to make sure that your O-ring or crush washer, depending on what, again, how cheap the manufacturer of your vehicle is. You want to make sure it's in decent condition. It's got a thin point aluminium crush washer on this one, which doesn't look too flat to me, so I'm sure it's fine. Very important that you do this before you start putting your new oil in. Otherwise, your new oil's not going to stay there for very long. I think we'll start with the friction stopper, just because it's a little bottle. Makes things a little easier.
Don't knock the bottle over.
Ah, there she goes. This just looks like graphite powder suspended in some sort of oil, which I guess would definitely reduce friction in an engine. Because this will be the entire one of these bottles and then a bit more out of that one. You should take this entire bottle of fucking oil, which cost $9.12, so don't spill any. Liquid honey. Now that should be 7,300 because there's 300 mils of friction stopper. Gonna pass me up that small bottle too, please, person. These barrow motors are like the best thing that Ford ever did. There's no sight on this. Yep, that looks about half. And you'll hear it'll be a bit ticky and knocky until it builds the oil pressure back up, because remember we just drained all of the oil out of this engine, so there's like no lubrication in the top end. You'll find that now that it's built pressure and filled the filter up, she should be, well, give the wiping a dip. She should be, oh, she is still just a hair under the full line. She's probably going to eat the last little bit of that bottle. Give it a second to run down before I dip it again. And then that should be it. Yep, bang on the full line. That'll do her. Happy chappy. I'll catch you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share my video around as much as you can. It really helps me out if you do that. And hopefully I will still be uploading either Saturday or maybe early next week that video of me doing the engine mount on a bike as promised. So I hope you enjoyed this quick and dirty bonus video, and I'll catch you next time.